Hi, and welcome to another episode from CBD Genie. My name is Matt.
And I'm Jonathan.
Now, today's episode is all about Jonathan. Yep, Jonathan and Kiara. Okay, so hopefully you've seen a few of our videos. We have been sent some stuff by Kiara to try and see what we think of. But we're not talking about these specific products sitting on the table. They also sent us a little bottle of oil. Now, Jonathan, why don't you tell us what your problem is?
Well, yes, and I guess it also relates to a little bit why we've got the channel going anyway, really. I think we've both come to sort of CBD from different aspects of it. For mine, I think it's always been trying to find a solution or trying to see if CBD could be a solution for my poor quality of sleep. I've suffered from poor sleep for 20, 30 years, where I've either really struggled to get sleep or actually if I do get sleep, waking up constantly through the night and just being exhausted the following morning. And so, I have tried one or two products, and then we also, as Matt said, reached out to Kiara to send us some samples. I've tried their oil recently. So this is their oil. They do different strengths, but it was the 3,000 milligram.
We should point out that he hasn't drunk all of it. We don't
Not
have
in
it
one go.
here because you put it at home, and he didn't bring it into the studio. But yes, you've been using it, and
yeah. So and I have tried different things in the past. I mean, we've tried all sorts in terms of teas and gummies and everything. As
experimented with it. Oh yeah,
yes, always experimenting. And I guess this is the first time I've probably had a more concentrated approach to it, a bit more rigorous in terms of what I'm taking, and I've probably aimed more at the higher strength, and probably I found the lower strength didn't necessarily impact me as much, but I've now been taking the 3,000 milligram for a week, and I've literally had probably out of the 7 days now, I've probably had 4 days where I've probably had the best quality night's sleep I've had in years.
That's interesting.
And you just wouldn't believe how different it makes you feel. You get used to things, I guess, like people who've got arthritis or things like that. You get used to dealing with it, and you just accept that's the norm. But when you do have a good night's sleep, where you're not waking up through the night, wow.
Well, I mean,
it's transformational. It really is.
I largely don't have problems sleeping, and my wife certainly doesn't have problems sleeping. But she will say that if she does get a broken night, she's ratty in the morning. We know what happens if you're not getting the sleep. But the odd broken night is not your problem. You've been having problems for, what does he say, 20, 30 years?
Yeah. And as I say, it just gets to the point where you just feel like you're tired, and you get to the end of the week, you're absolutely done in. And you're thinking, well, you just think, have you got to keep on going with this? But, I guess it's the first time I've probably really experienced this, and I can't tell you how difference it's made to my life.
Yeah, what is interesting from a review point of view is that we've both been trying CBD products across the board. You've tried other oils, which we're not going to name here, seem very unfair, which have not had the same impact on you. The Kiara one has really made a noticeable difference on your sleep pattern.
And I don't know whether that's because of their particular oil or whether it's down to the strength and dosage. As I say,
so we need to drill into that a bit more.
Yeah, I have been taking, I say, the stronger oils and a higher level sort of dose. And it is all about trying to find the right thing, because some people say they're perfectly fine, taking 10 or 20 milligrams a day.
Yeah.
For me, that didn't work. And I think the problem is that made me feel like, oh, well, does CBD work at all? And I think that's probably, might be a thing that a lot of people...
Well, that's why we're doing this channel.
Try it and go, oh, I tried it to one night and it didn't work. And that's the other thing, I guess, is, and I was probably a little bit like it as well, is the fact that I'll take some CBD oil and expect it to work,
as
a one hit done.
Yeah.
But you realise actually it probably wasn't till the third night
Right.
that actually I had my first night that was
But those
amazing.
people that take their CBD to quell anxiety, for example, do expect to take. They feel they're feeling the anxiety. They take it and they do hope and expect for it to sort of, well, effectively work straight away. But for the sleep, you've needed it to sort of saturate into you a little bit more.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely experience is that you do sort of build up to it. And then I think it's once you've figured out, okay, this is working. Now it's a question of, for me particularly as well, is okay if I start to taper down that strength a little bit and dosage a bit. Does it still work? Because I know what does work now. Yeah,
and what dosage level is the optimum and we know this from talking to so many manufacturers and retailers, all the experts in the field, and indeed the users, about how CBD does work, but it kind of works differently for different people.
Yeah.
So it's not just a case of strength. Kiara's seems to be striking home with you. That's the right term, striking home. I think so. Is it? I think so. American
it's
term?
working. I think we'll stick with that.
I think people know what I mean. But another manufacturer might
hitting
not
home.
Hitting home.
Yeah, I think that's
what
they
say.
Yeah.
If you're American, have we used the right expression?
Yeah, I think we're. Yeah.
Is it a
I don't know.
one?
Hitting the mark. I don't know.
Home run.
Anyway,
home run.
Off topic.
Anyway, there we are. So I'll let Jonathan finish. It's his episode.
No, I'm going to say, I think the couple of real things that I've found from this is that number one, you do have to try and find the right strength for you. Don't dismiss it if it's not working sort of straight away. And I guess the other thing is you do need to be consistent in taking it to give you a chance a body to build up those levels in there as well. But yeah, no, I'm super excited about it all now because I feel so much better.
Okay, so in our next episode, Jonathan will actually take part laterally.
I'll be sleeping through things.
You'll be sleeping through the episode. Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we call that?
That sounds good.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
If you liked listening to Jonathan talk about his solutions to sleep, it'd be fantastic if you could subscribe. We really want to get these numbers up on the subscriptions, at least over 100. 10,000, 1 million would be nice. Maybe give us a like. That'd be fantastic. But until next time, bye.
Bye for now.